Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to this real, raw, messy, authentic, magical, magnificent, conscious, cosmic conscious conversation. There's a lot that wants to come through, so there'll probably be 17 seconds on the timer. 222111. So check out all the content if you feel called to the video, or if these land in your feed. There is no coincidence. It is all for your highest and best good, through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power and empowerment, divine wisdom, knowledge, remembrance of that wisdom and knowledge and of who you are through this divine magic, because you are magic. You are the magician, right? You are the code. You are the coder. You are the lock and you are the key. We have all these beautiful light codes coming in. Not super sunny yet today, but we're welcoming in all the elementals. Earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether, all of the nature spirits, the gnomes, the elves, the fairies, the unicorns, and again, unicorns because unicorns came in. I will give you some keywords/key codes to get curious, but I will be doing another video on that, decoding some things that came in, words, basically, items that came in this morning in between sleep when I woke up. So this video is just, we'll see. The song is going to be relevant, is This Magic Moment, and all of the kings and all of the queens. So those two songs, a lot of songs have been coming through and getting triggered by downloads, and we keeping it raw, real here. Yes, he's on spring break, so he's with mom today. It is March 29th. Let me check. Yes, 2026, but all videos are timeless. Remember that. They're all quantum. They're in no time and no space. And you are receiving it perfectly, whether it's now or in the future. And that future self is ready for the information. It's ready to receive my specific frequency, energy, flavor, color, in essence, my specific quantum medicine and my quantum magic. So again, those numbers are going to be significant. The key codes that came through this morning, I didn't even write them down yet. Let's see if we can remember all of them. Was unicorns, star, the dark purple, the royal purples, the dark blues and indigos, the numbers 7, 11, and 1, 1, 1, 1. I can't remember all of them, and I apologize because that's all I meant to share because I didn't write them down yet. I haven't completely decoded it. I've got the information on my phone, but I haven't put it in my journal yet. The other thing is to remind you that through freedom, you're able to flow. Sorry, through feeling, you're able to flow more freely, and that sets you free. That is your freedom. So to feel, you flow, and that's your freedom. Okay? Feeling your feels, feeling your emotions is so, so important. And again, we go back to this thing of being so programmed and conditioned to think that that's not a good thing, that you've been programmed and conditioned that boys don't cry bullshit. And my partner sent me a podcast, a super conscious conversation, that basically is in correlation with the universe working for him in his magical ways. And not only was it was information for me, to show me where he was at in his journey without needing words for validations. It's through frequency and through energy and through him sharing this and how this specific conversation triggered him to address maybe core wounds. And that's why we are all here. It doesn't have to be some fancy podcast by some fancy people. It's just us, and we are here. We trigger, we activate, we awaken each other. And that's you always ask what your purpose is. That's one of your biggest purposes, is to get this content out there, to have those conversations. To, if you hear somebody in a store, you're like, piques your interest and you're guided to say something or to interact, there's a reason for that. Okay, you're needed, whether you're needed or they're needed, you need their information. Okay, so again, listening to this, it just perfectly lines up through what I've been going through, and just slightly touching on the fact that we've been so programmed and conditioned that we aren't able to express our feelings, like hurt, pain, grief, trauma, all of it. But now people are coming back around because that's how we're supposed to live. You're going to hear the kiddo rattling around his Legos. So I apologize if that's loud at all. And that's just triggering me a little bit because, again, it's just we're keeping it real and raw. I don't want him to not be loud. That's suppressing who he is. Lights are flickering for confirmation. So the teams are here. They're here. We always welcome in all of our team members, our spiritual team members of unconditional love and light always. You know, I always try to mention that, but I always intend that. So that's regardless if I say it or not, it's always an intention. Okay? And then if you're finding that other beings that are not of the light start to approach you or impede in your energetic space, you need to call your power back and you need to ask them. You don't beg, you don't pray in that begging sense. You command them to leave. You command your team members to help you escort them out. Their team is here. There's nothing wrong with these lights, but they've been doing this flickering, fading out, back in and out. So there's some information there. There's that fade to black, like clearing out and confirmation. Definitely when I've been doing my videos, and it doesn't happen all the time. So that's just, there's this energy and frequency that's in the space. Okay. So again, just reminding you, you have to feel what you go through, you grow through. You have to feel and to release and to let it go and to surrender and quit burying it and stuffing it down and bypassing and using addictions and all of this stuff. Because when you feel, you flow. You naturally flow back into that flow state, back into your soul's true essence. And that's your freedom. That's your sovereignty. And that's what's been being suppressed in all ways, shapes, and forms through a very long time. But again, we have to not get wrapped up in that either. It's like you need to have awareness of it, but not like get wrapped up in it. Like if it pisses you off, yeah, let it piss you the fuck off. You know, nefarious forces have been attacking me my entire life. Do I get wrapped up and go, woe is me? No. Thank you for teaching me these lessons. I'm able to grow bigger, better, and stronger. I'm more of a badass than ever. Knowing who I am, giving no fucks, unapologetic. This is who I am, take it or fucking leave it type of an energy. And thank you for teaching me how to do that. Through all of the dark, through all of the training, blindfolded. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Right? So we don't need to kind of keep ourselves wrapped up in the story, if that makes any sense. We need to, especially if it's around certain circumstances like death or a severe illness or whatever it is, we need to quit focusing on the woe is me. We've heard the many times where people who, let's say, have a life sentence because of cancer, and because they changed their mindset, they changed their living, they changed their lifestyle, you can heal yourself. You can heal yourself, okay? You don't have to depend on the big pharma to do that for you. They just keep you sicker and sicker and sicker. You're a cash cow, basically. Okay, so just again, this is my reminder. Gosh, 822. This is me reminding you of who you are, not just through the human words, which might trigger and activate you and give you some downloads and those aha moments or whatever it is. Any of this multi-dimensional, multifaceted information. Again, I have a lot of content, and it's vast. It's many. It's, again, there's no, like, if you're looking for content that's like streamlined and edited and has topic, this isn't your space. If you're just ready to receive whatever you're meant to receive in this now present moment, if you're ready to click play and record and create and to weave this tapestry, this specific frequency and energy for the collective energy, welcome. 909, which is funny because I basically hit record like at 909 or there shortly after. So 909 is significant as well. All right. And just take a check. Let's take a check. Do you journal? Yes or no? If not, that's fine. Do you use your phone? Can you think back to March 1st and where you're at? Because first of all, you're constantly evolving, shifting, and changing in every now present moment. But you are definitely not the same person you were on March 1st. We've had a lot this month. We've had a lot this month. It is the 29th. We still have a couple days left because it's 31 days in this month. And just take a pause and think of where you were at the beginning of the month and where are you at now. And depending on your awakening journey, in your timeline, because it's different for everybody, you could have just woke up. You could have just woke up at the beginning of March or end of February, and you've just been like gobsmacked, cleaning the mud off, trying to figure it out, finding all the information, or your team's now giving you all of this information per your sacred algorithm because you're kind of in the middle of it. All right, you could be three places. You could be kind of just, or kind of in the middle, or kind of like like where I'm at, like been going through this for many months, 12 to 18 months, for sure 12 to 18 months. It's been a process for this round. And I said this yesterday at the wellness store, this is like an anniversary date for me, because it's like basically an infinite place and time that I will never forget. This time last year is where everything kind of went kaboom, awaken. It was that chaotic, not like chaotic, I said this yesterday in the video. The original was more like chaotic and like seeking and searching and getting information and guidance and all of that. And this next round, which I'm going through another awakening, is more smooth, more calm, more peaceful. And all the information that I'm getting through when I'm doing these decodes and going a little deeper in, like I'm getting like spirit animals, colors, all of this stuff. When I decode these combinations, these combos, because it's a combination lock, it's actually aligning with what I'm going through. It's just confirming what I already know and feel, because I'm very clear knowing and I'm clairsentient. If I had to say right now, my two strongest psychic abilities, clear knowing, clear cognizance, and clear feeling. Clear hearing would be next. Clear seeing would be like the last one. So this earth incarnation, I decided that I needed to strengthen my other clear abilities and leave this one pretty much on Fantasia. Completely, so I could strengthen it, just like a person that doesn't have physical sight strengthens their other five senses. Does this make sense? Okay. So please check out the song, This Magic Moment. That's going to be significant. For some reason, there's more information in music, and a lot of the conversation that was sent to me had two different songs in it that were so in resonant. And music is trigger and activating. It activates you. So you may be clairaudient, where you are triggered and activated through music. You hear things in music. You hear things in videos. You hear things maybe other people that are watching the same thing does not hear. You hear it differently. Maybe you see things differently. There's something there, okay? All right, so I brought through some key codes and words yesterday, and I'm guided to share them today again in this video, which is, if you're seeing the word doorway or door, you're hearing it, seeing it, knowing it, sensing it. Doorways are portals. Play around with your door. Treat it like a portal. Alignment is huge. Alignment, aligning. You're being aligned. You're either being aligned or you are in alignment and you have aligned. Joy is coming through. The color yellow is very strong. Confidence, the word confidence. These are key words and key codes, okay? Recalibrated. So a lot of us have been recalibrated. Our DNA is being reorganized. Bold was also coming through. Again, that flowing energy balance. Vulnerability with softness. Again, it's being bold like the lion, but with softness. The Leo energy, the lion energy, have been sign and synchronicities around Leo, lion, fire energy, but it's that bold leadership energy, but with a very soft, calm balance. Does that make sense? All right, the other song that was coming up is I Rise Up. And then just another key code keyword is be radiant. Continue to be radiant in all of your real, raw, authentic, messy, magical self, okay? So I had to literally pull my journals out because I'm on my third journal for March. That's the first time this has happened. 1414 is significant. 14s are significant, which is associated with the temperance cards, and the number 5, which is change is coming, okay? So I literally started this yesterday it was a continuation. So this is the 28th, and I started this journal on March 1st. So this is pretty fascinating. And again, this is why I've been journaling for a while, okay? So that first day, the 1st of March equaled 14. And we just saw 1414 and then 1444. So I was guided to pull out my journals for this video. So the word for the beginning of the month was emergence. The key code was quantum emergence. And then again, breaking that down. So at the beginning of the month, you've been probably seeing a lot of renewal, rebirth, emerging. You're emerging. This is the energy of becoming. This is the energy of becoming before the evidence appears. So you know that you are becoming, but you might not have had proof of it. It's that quantum emergence, okay? All right. So let's say this together. I align, I expand, I emerge. I align, I expand, I emerge. I trust my path, I trust my becoming. I trust my path and I trust my becoming. This is that quantum emergence. All right. This is now embodied, okay? And I am supported in my expansion. I'm safe and I'm supported in my expansion. So this was at the beginning of the month. All right, there's a whole lot that we talked about, but literally that's the first thing I saw when I opened this up. And this journal went till the 19th of this month. And then this one started continuous from the 19th until now, because I had been going down so many rabbit holes. This one barely made it 2 weeks, literally. The 19th to the 29th. It didn't even make it 10 days, right? Do the math. I can't do the math. 10. Holy crap, that's 10. You know what? I was listening to a video this morning. I just had this come in. And the video was posted talking about the 28th. And this is what guided me to look at my journals from the first of the month and see how different things have changed since the beginning of the month till now. And I'm getting really hot. So that number was 28. They said 28 days. That's that 10, that number 10, that 1, that 0, that completion and that new beginning energy, that completion and that new beginning. So you're seeing 10s of all kinds. You're seeing 10s in some way, shape, or form. You're seeing things that are significant around endings and new beginnings. But you can feel it. It's like, it's just as, again, we're just here to confirm what you already know in your bones, in your blood, in your DNA. And you've been seeing the signs, the synchronicities, the key codes. You've been receiving the activations, the downloads, the aha moments, okay? So quantum emergence was the key code at the beginning of the month. All right, let's see here. Let me just take a look here. All right, here we go. I released, all right, here we go. I am rooted deeply and I am unshakable. Let's say this. I love these affirmations. Please pause if you're guided, 1717 on the timer, and write these down so you have them. You can return to them. I am rooted deeply and I am unshakable. I am rooted deeply and I'm unshakable. I take full responsibility for my actions and for my life. I respond with clarity, courage, and compassion. I respond with courage, clarity, and compassion, and I release blame and I embrace growth in every situation. So that was the beginning of this journal and the end of this journal. So now we're going to pick up this journal. I am the I am. Affirmations are powerful. Feel it. All right. I am the calm in every storm, the steady roots beneath the wind. I honor my path, I own my choices, and I walk with courage, truth, and grace. Nothing outside of me can shake my peace. All is within me. All within me is mine to nurture, to transform, and to guide. I am calm and I am grounded in every storm. Connect to your inner stillness. Find that inner stillness. Tap into your quantum compass, the source within. Steadfastness, the steady root beneath the wind. You are the steady roots beneath the wind. This invokes this unshakable strength. All right? Taking ownership is your empowerment. I honor my path, my own choices. And this reinforces that radical responsibility. All right, this active alignment, all within me is mine to nurture and to transform and to guide you. This reminds you that your inner life, your inner domain, all right, is yours. All right, it's not the outside circumstances. All right. And then watch out, here I come is underneath that. Watch out, here I come is a song. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby, right round. All right, spin me right round. So a lot of people, when they come into my energy and they read and see energy, they see my energy like this magnificent, energetic tornado. And not like a chaotic, destructive tornado, but a very beautiful, very high energy frequency tornadic. And I can feel this energy. I can feel my Taurus field, you know, spinning, and it's very colorful. It's very rainbow-like, okay? All right, you have the power. Let's say this. I have the power. I remember who I am and I reclaim my power now. I have the power. I am the power. I remember who I am and I claim my power now. Okay? Let's see here. And yesterday, the finishing of this journal was about decoding my dream from yesterday. And I'm just going to see what final message is here. All right. You're in an awakening phase where your intuitive side is becoming more active to trust what you feel and what you know, even when life moves in ways that don't make logical sense to the mind. All right, so there's always a reason why I'm guided to pull this out. And I decoded, and I will do another video on this. And I have a third eye activation that I'll be doing for some light language. There's going to be some content today. So I decoded, I'll give you those keywords and those key codes. And please get curious and see where this resonates. These just may be signs, synchronicities, and confirmations that this definitely messages for. We already know through resonance. Like, we know at this point, you feel the truth and you know the truth. You don't think the truth. All right. All right. So the decode, recode, recalibrate, activate. So you're being decoded, recoded, recalibrated, and activated. You're being decoded, recoded, activated, and recalibrated and activated. You're being decoded, recoded, recalibrated, and activated. I am an activator. I'm an activator, okay? Aligned in divine time and on time. So you're aligned in divine and right on time. So you're aligned in divine and right on time. You're aligned, divine, and right on time. You can say this: I am aligned, I am divine, and I'm right on time. I am aligned, I am divine, and I'm right on time. All right, so what I decoded, and I haven't done a video yet, is on diamonds. You are the diamond. You are unstoppable. Go listen to that song. The rose, check that out, the meaning. Fairies came in. Wind came in. The number 22 came in, which is a building, a master builder number. It's a master number. It's a builder. Mission and activations. So we're going to leave it here. And I could just go on, but we're going to just break all these videos up. And whatever you're curious and called to, please like, share, subscribe, share, because that helps your sacred algorithm. All right, I'm here working for Source, sharing the stuff, being the verbal channel that I am in my 22 on my magical quantum medicine and magic, right? And it's received perfectly. But also by you clicking record and sharing and all of that stuff, you're also co-creating and weaving and sharing your specifically quantum medicine and magic frequency, energy, flavor, color, and essence with the color, with the field that's weaving this tapestry and that receives this message. So yeah, you're watching it, you're paying your attention to that, but you're also weaving in your frequency and your energy by listening and experiencing what you're meant to experience during this, okay? So that's a big purpose. All right, we love you. See you soon. Bye.